In a world where everything is changing, the most timeless principles are proving to be the most timely.
Almost everything about our everyday lives has changed. We have shifted our patterns to work from home, shop online, eat carryout, and even worship in our own homes through live stream. One benefit of all these changes is that we have rediscovered our local communities. The restrictions on larger social gatherings has pushed us outdoors to take walks through our neighborhoods and explore areas closer to home. As a result, we've met new neighbors and taken the time to make new friends. Exploring your community is a timeless missiological principle that is proving to be more timely than ever. As we seek to learn more about the geographical, ethnic, social, and spiritually diverse layers of our communities that make up Knox County, we desire to see every church create and utilize a community profile, prayer walk and map their community, and conduct a community needs assessment.
Exploring our community enables us to know who we are. We have some of the most effective tools available to help your church map out a community profile. At this point, we have assisted many of our churches in gathering essential demographic research on their way to building a comprehensive community profile. Another way we have explored our community is through our KCAB summer interns. They develop relationships within the community by simply eating at ethnic restaurants and prayer walking neighborhoods. Prayer walking has been a vital tool that we have used to cover many areas and neighborhoods of Knox County in prayer. One of the other ways that we are committed to exploring our community is by creating networks of churches and people to focus on specific people groups. With the creation of our South Asian Network and soon-to-be Hispanic Network, this is a way that we can more effectively learn about our communities by creating a network of people dedicated to researching and reaching the people groups that are all around us. Exploring your community is basically about paying attention to the people, places, and activities that are part of your everyday life experiences. Tim Hood of First Baptist Concord in West Knox County tells about the joy of meeting people from other parts of the world right here in his own neighborhood. Here is Tim's story.
One evening, my wife and I were walking in a park near our home. As we made our way by the water and along the path, we encountered a couple, a husband and wife, and their adult son. The woman was dressed in a full burqa. In fact, her face was covered. Her husband was dressed in what's called a jalabia, like a house robe type costume. Very instinctively, because my wife and I used to live and serve in the Middle East, when we encountered them on the path, just said, Salamu alaikum, which means peace be upon you. And they lit up like a Christmas tree. They said, Salamu alaikum to you, and they were so excited. And then we just kind of went on our way like it was a perfectly normal experience in Knoxville, Tennessee. Well, my wife and I made our way to a bench, and we sat down and we're talking, and their adult son came over with a pot of coffee and some sweets and invited us to come and sit on the blanket with his family and get to know them. As we chatted, we learned that they were from the Arabian Peninsula. They had brought their adult son to go to UT to be a student. And this mom from the Middle East started to share with my wife how nervous she was to leave her son here in America. And we got to assure her that we would take care of him, that he could consider our home his own and our family his own. And we got to share the love of Jesus. It was an incredible experience and awakened in our own hearts a further understanding of how God is bringing the nations right here to Knoxville. My name is Tim, and I'm on the mission team at First Baptist Knoxville in Farragut, Tennessee. And one of the joys that we have as a body of believers here in the city is encountering, exploring, and engaging with the nations next door. Whether it's through an ESL class, through shopping at an international market, or eating ethnic food across the restaurants of our city, there are so many ways to explore the nations, the ethnicities, the religions, the cultures that God has brought right here to our own community. Let me encourage you to reach out, to ask someone that you hear speaking with an accent, tell me where you're from. To visit perhaps a temple or a mosque and say, show me around, tell me what you believe. To attend one of the cultural festivals that our city hosts. There are so many ways to explore what God is doing and to find your place and how you can share the gospel that reaches the nations right here in our own community.
The traffic patterns of our everyday lives have changed. Ask God to help you see the people, places, and situations that make up the community around you. We envision a day when every KCAB church is living out the grace of the gospel and sharing the gospel of grace. Exploring our community must be an intentional part of this process if we truly want to know God's mission, be His church, and live it out.